Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Listen to some Schwarzorg. Okay, feeling so much better than I was before. I'm gonna tell you, 2 brews and a little good music, a little time, and the wares of the day just fall right off. You're back in your happy zone. When I come home, into my music, into my horror movies, into my beer, it's my happy zone. I'm in my happy zone. Okay, food's almost done cooking. Gonna bling out a big old beer review real quick, and then I'm gonna enjoy this beer while I have my food. So this is another one from the Goodwood Brewing Company. We just saw the walnut brown ale, 6%. This one is a bourbon barrel stout. A stout aged in a bourbon barrel, touched by wood, brewed with limestone water. And this one's coming at 8% alcohol by volume, made with malt, hops, water, and yeast. And of course, a bourbon barrel. Then again, we went to the one in Frankfort, Kentucky, where I picked this one up, which I do think they do a little bit of brewing there. If they don't, hey, whoops, that's me. But they are based out of Louisville, Kentucky, which I really wanted to go to Louisville. We didn't get a chance to go. We went to Frankfurt and we went to Lexington and dude, and Versailles. We went to Versailles, whatever you want to call it. We have one in PA too, where Full Pint's out of. But went to those 3 locations. Beautiful area, beautiful people, beautiful area, beautiful beer. Definitely go outside of Lexington if you want drinking mecca. Go to Lexington because they have. I said they have an industrial park that is nothing but breweries and distilleries and bars, and as long as you can get like a cab, go to your hotel, put all your goodies and your sex toys or whatever people you buy to do things with, put them in the hotel room, call an Uber, call a taxi, drive your ass over to the doodly-doo, and just go around, man, and just hit all that stuff. And like I said, call your cab back, call your Uber back, take your safe ride back to your hotel room. It doesn't matter how much that cab or Uber costs, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot less costly than DUIs, fines, or taking somebody's life. And you know that's the PSA that Eric always does on Rod's channel. But it does. I mean, literally, it pays dividends. Like, you know, you find there's a nice roadhouse up here, up in the mountains, where I remember back when I was married, my ex-wife at the time, my wife at the time rather, we went up there, we drank and ate some amazing food, you know what I mean? We bought a room up in the place for $60. They gave you like a rolling cot kind of thing. It was like a metal frame rolling cot and an air conditioner and a TV. It's kind of funny because, of course, we were drunk when we were younger, so we had sex. Back in the day when I could probably do that. And we would just roll, because it had wheels on the fucking thing. So we were just rolling and hitting the wall, and then rolling and hitting the wall, and rolling and hitting the wall. But you know what? Best $60 I ever spent. For one, that was a memory in and of itself. And no DUI, no car crash, no this, no that, no that. So it is definitely worth it. But definitely a lot of places in Kentucky that you guys should definitely check out. I've never been there before. Apparently, I was there when I was a young man. Very tiny person. And I don't remember it. So, this whole experience to me was kind of like the first go. And I was very happy with my experience. So, definitely go check it out. Let me know your thoughts and opinions if you've been there. Some of these breweries, of course, the Goodwood Brewing Company. I have waffled on for 4 minutes already, and the beer just got cracked open. So, I do apologize for that, because I'm losing subscribers like it's going out of fashion. I'd like to be gaining some, because I would love to start streaming on YouTube again. I don't care about monetization. I care about streaming on YouTube. Because, excuse me, hopefully it'll work better than StreamYard and stuff, because I'd like to do some live painting again. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, excuse me, I'll start live painting again. Let's throw it in. We're throwing it into the Avery glass. Avery, as far as I'm concerned anymore, are kind of, I mean, Hoppin' Frog's not doing too bad too. But Avery, they're really nailing some of those huge Imperial stouts, I'll tell you what. We'll throw that in right there. Here we go. Out to the light. Not too much light getting through there. There is a nice rind at the pinnacle of the glass of a ruby hue. Actually, I thought it was going to be a little bit, excuse me, a little bit more just, you know, generic-y, easy drinky kind of a beer where you could have ruby hues here and here. But I'm throwing it up, and just around here, around the pinnacle of the glass, there are a little bit of ruby hue, chestnut, mahogany hues, but that's about it. Which is a good sign. That's a good thing. An 8% alcohol by volume, little lighter than I would have preferred. I'd like, you know, 8.5 minimum, but I'd prefer around 10 plus because, you know, session strength. Wafting it around, alcohol legs sticking from that 8, really sticking. Also some nice lacing kind of forming along the side of the glass. Remember when everyone gave a shit about lacing? Let's get those old days back. I like those days. Alright, so it looks absolutely fantastic in the glass. Let's get an aroma. Cheers. Wow, that is nice. It almost has like that kind of like that honey cured ham, beechwood kind of tonality here. There's a sweetness in there. It's beautiful. Nice caramel peppery bourbon. Beautiful char, smoke, oak. Baker's chocolate. Even a hint of milk chocolate in there as well. Not getting a nice vanilla presence, but, you know, it is what it is sometimes. Get in a little bit of fall leaf as well. Cheers. It is colder than I would prefer. It's a bit thin. This is in the medium body category, which I'm not happy about. But there you go. This is an 8% crusher. Let me just say that right now. We're not talking about a decadent Imperial Stout. We have made, it smelled really well. Really, really nice. It looked good. Smelled good. This is an 8% crusher. I could literally crush 4 of these in 20 minutes. Guaranteed. This is drinking very soft, very gentle, has no indicative idea that it's 8% whatsoever. The body is medium bodied at best, tapering down to the low side of a medium body, high side of that low body. It is very charry. It's got that kind of char, smoke, kind of, you know, nice barrel category. Pretty well in hand. It has a nice fall leaf category as well, kind of wafting through the palate. There are soft, playful nuances of Baker's chocolate, wafting through the palate like this, doing a little song, hitting those roasted notes. Not too much. Not too much else. There is, on the high sides, as you breathe, as it goes, you're wafting back out. A little bit of soft caramel, a little bit of soft bourbon. Those go kind of tonalities. They're not really in the taste. It's really hard to describe. It's almost as you breathe, it's coming back out. Things are happening, and it's wrapping around everything as you're going along. But it's not really shining in the beer itself. So there. It's not, you know, like, where's the barrel? You know, you can taste the barrel. You can taste the caramel peppery bourbon, but it's not really. It's really not in the meat of the drink. So that is a shame. That is a shame. Now there's a bunch of it left. So we're just gonna dump it in. And of course my fucking vinyl is skipping. It was doing so well. This is a perfectly fine beer for just a session crushing chaos kind of a thing. It is as advertised. I would consider this a solid approach to the beer. And it's not because I liked, being there and I visited the place. This is it's too goddamn thin. There's not enough robust characters to be a big, huge fucking Imperial Stout. You know what I mean? But the one thing I can say that I like about it, it doesn't say Imperial on this at all. Wow, points have been made, good sir. This is a stout aged in bourbon barrels. And good on you for not wafting the fucking name Imperial or throwing Russian anywhere in there. Because you know what? I will slam the fuck out of you if you put Russian Imperial Stout or Imperial Stout down when you're not a certain ABV and you're not a certain characteristic. This is a simple 8% stout, and I consider that simple, yes, I do. Thrown in bourbon barrels, and here we go. And you're getting the barrel, you're getting the stout. I didn't think it held up well in the barrel. I didn't think so, and I did thin out, and I know why, because you didn't brew a fucking beer to put in the barrel. I get it. You've heard all the spiels before. But for a simple, easy drinking, 8% stout, put it in the barrel, I don't see this getting anything less than a solid. It's a solid beer. It tastes solid. It seems solid. Because you're gonna put an 8% stout. An 8% stout. Thing came up unbuttoned. Motherfucker. Ruined the whole review. Even though my fucking vinyl is just having a seizure. It's an 8% stout. You didn't brew this 8% stout to go into a barrel. So it's going to be high, medium side of a body anyway. You put it in a barrel, and guess what? It's going to go lower. Ta-da! I think anyone that drinks enough Imperial Stouts, especially bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts, will drink this, go, yeah, they didn't really hit the nail on the head, did they? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those ones where they go, wow, this isn't like Parabola. This isn't like, not Parabola, but, this isn't like this. This isn't like that. I'm like, no, it's not. And they'd be right. But it's not bad. And it is giving me all the nuances that I think a beer should have. So have I gone 13 minutes talking about a beer I'm going to give a 7.5 to? Holy fuck. Anyway, sorry about that. It's good beer. It's a good beer. It's good beer. Aflac. I just don't think it's a great beer. I think it's an as advertised beer. I think it is hitting the nail on the head as far as solid goes. It's a solid example of the style. It's giving me all the bing, 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 bing. No negative aspects whatsoever. So, I would love to give this higher if it met those categories. But it just doesn't. It is a solid representation of a style. I really don't think the brewers are going anything more than that, though. I think that's the whole point of what I was trying to say. Is I think Goodwood might be one of those, I don't know, because I don't know the brewery, I don't know their distribution, I don't know anything about it, but it seems like it's one of those ones where they go for solid. Like, that's where they're striving for, a solid brew for people to drink while they eat food and all this stuff. And touche to you, because you did it with this one. You really did. It's not gonna storm any barns. It's not gonna blow up any fucking houses. It's not gonna knock any socks off. But it's a really easy drinking, solid example of a bourbon barrel aged stout at 8% alcohol by volume. So, yeah, a lot of talking. Way too much talking. I do apologize. I sometimes tend to waffle, and I'll never stop it, ever. So this has been PABrewNews. PABrewNews. And this is a 7.5 for the Goodwood Brewing Company's Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. And it doesn't even have a name. It's a stout without a name. Bourbon Barrel Stout. Bourbon Barrel Stout. There it is. I guess that's their clever name. Anyway, this has been Paul from Beer News. Cheers. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger.